Here I am at Emmanuel's in Seattle. You know, I find it enjoyable to come on in here, help out a little bit, volunteer on Saturdays, because every once in a while you see something truly unusual, something really special. Well, today one of those rugs came in. This is a Shirvan from the Caucasus. The fellow thought the date read 1904. Judging by the looks of the rug, 1904 is very much what we'd expect. I'll get this translated and figured it out exactly. But overall, the color is really nice. The flowers, let me turn around, let's look at it this way. We've got this boteh with buds surrounding it. The boteh is unusual because it goes straight up. It doesn't hook. Most botehs have a bend or a hook. They don't go like this. But this, for its type, is something that we see from Shirvan. We also see from Iran and Mazandaran province. Many people from the Caucasus came down the old caravan route through Tabriz down to Zanjan, or through Ardabil down to Zanjan, and then they picked up the caravan route and dropped down into Mazandaran province. So we see these rugs being made very similar to this, but Persian. This one has got a nice reciprocal border, an interesting floret, main border, and then a fairly, the two inner guards are interesting. The with four borders, all four are different. Now looking at the back, first let's start with a fringe. It's three yarns plied together, a dark one, a tan one, and then a light one. Rather attractive. We can see the various colors down here. The weave is typically Shirvan. Then when we go over to the sides, we've got the typical two-cord Shirvan selvage binding, but the selvage is done in the way we'd expect with a Shirvan rug, and it's made out of the weft material. Overall, it's quite an attractive rug. Just exactly what you'd expect from 1904. The fellow brought it in was explaining that his grandmother had bought it on a trip through Persia. She and her husband had a little car and were traveling through Persia at the time. And they found this rug, fell in love with it, brought it back. He mentioned that when they went through customs, they were asked if they had anything to declare, and they said no. And the person said, "Do you always travel with a rug?" And they said yes. Interesting story. It's interesting when rugs stay in a family for that long.